everyone, it's me, Liesel. Here not for Vadam tea today, but for Spice Train, and we are baking cinnamon toast keto cookies, and I'm super excited about it because they're basically like keto versions of snickerdoodles, which is lovely. And then we're also going to do a cream cheese frosting for that, I suppose. And basically I need to get these into the oven so that you can see the end result before the end of the video. This is my cream cheese for the frosting. It just looks like a bowl of white, but this is the dough, and this is made with almond flour, cream cheese, and butter. It also has an egg in it, got powdered sweetener, and baking powder, and some of Spice Train ground cinnamon. And then I'm rolling it in a mixture of granulated sweetener, so it's a sugar alternative. That's what makes it keto friendly. And then you get this. I'm gonna make one more so we can have a nice even number on our baking tray. And then I'm gonna pop it in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes while I make the frosting with you. So there's that. Lovely stuff. Yeah, find these a bit awkward because I have to focus on not getting it quite wrong, right? Like, how do the cooking show people do it? Tell me how. And I'm gonna use the back of a cup to form my cookie shapes. Just gonna flatten them a bit. Not too much. It's gonna give it a nice crack in our sweetener and cinnamon sprinkle mixture, basically. And well, I hope these go well. So yeah, into the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. I need to rinse my hands, so excuse my back. And now we are going to whip up our frosting, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to do it in the small bowl. I feel like that's ill-advised, but needs must. So here we go. This is just under 1 cup of cream cheese. That's 8 ounces of plain cream cheese. And we're gonna do a 1/4 cup of lovely melted butter, or softened butter rather, actually. There's that. What else do we need? We need 2/3 of a cup of powdered sweetener. So I couldn't find any powdered sweetener in store, so what did I do? I just ground up my own. So I'm going to do 1/3 of a cup of that right in there, and another 1/3 of a cup. Come on. Can you tell I don't do this for a living? Fabulous, right? Yeah, so there's that. What else do we need? We need a tablespoon of vanilla. Where's my tablespoon measure? It's run away from me, so I'll just use a 1/2 tablespoon twice. And that's the vanilla in our mix, and I'm just gonna give it a bit of a poking around with this, because this is not beatable. Clearly my cream cheese is not quite soft enough. Whoa. Satisfying, but I am scared of spilling at every moment. What do you think is gonna happen if I try to use my electric mixer in this tiny bowl? Do you think it's gonna spill? What do you think is gonna happen? Macaroni sounds. Laugh if you get that. Just giving it a cursory mix before I try beating it. Laugh again if you found that funny. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of the star of today's show, and that again is spice strain ground cinnamon. Sprinkle of that in there, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you what the cinnamon powder looks like. It's single origin, it's an Indian spice, it's certified to be 100% pure by the Spices Board of India, and if there's anyone you should trust with spices, it's India. I mean, come on, just ask the British. But yes, love all of these spice strain products. They are super authentic, you know it's going to be a good quality spice. And I'm gonna go ahead and try and stir this up in this little bowl. Please God. Okay, here we go. Brave enough because I've used one beater. I'm gonna use two. Things are going well so far. Yes! Favorite part of baking is what I like to call the baker's delight, whereby since I am baking, I get to taste the frosting first. Oh my gosh, that's so good. This is good frosting. Then again, when is cream cheese frosting not a good frosting? The cinnamon, even though it's just a sprinkle, comes through so nicely. It adds a lovely warmth to this, and I don't know if I can wait for the cookies. I might just eat this frosting. Oh, when it's done. This is vibes. Like for real. Damn. So I am not on a keto diet, but my partner is, and so I like to find recipes. Sorry, this is really just too delicious. That my partner can enjoy, and you know, maintain the number of carbs that they have to take in a day. So yeah. Wash your hands. Before I touch anything else, right? Can't be licking my fingers and then touching other people's food. That's gross. But look at this gorgeous whipped. I don't know how to show you this because this ring light is completely just taking over the whole show here. There you go. That is our cream cheese frosting, and it's nice and smooth because it's made with powdered sweetener. I used xylitol for this recipe. This is granulated xylitol. I whipped it up in my blender thing to make it powdered, and then the flour I used was almond flour, and there's baking powder in there, there's some vanilla essence, and yeah, so it's unsalted butter, cream cheese, 1 egg, powdered sweetener, granular sweetener for our nice little dip that it goes into before it goes into the oven, and then there's about half a teaspoon of cinnamon in the actual cookies and 1.5 teaspoons in this mix. And then yeah, you know, the frosting actually turned out perfectly wonderfully in this little bowl, so I'm super excited about that. And I'm also very excited to see what those cookies look like when they do come out. And then we're gonna dip them in frosting, and we're gonna sprinkle some cinnamon on top, and that's gonna be our snickerdoodle toast keto cookies. I'm so excited. Let me show you this again. This bag is 15 ounces or 425 grams, and it's $14.99. According to this package, it is 150 plus servings, and a serving is our serving size is 2.5 grams. I mean, I'm not too sure about where serving sizes of spices come from, but there you have it. This is absolutely wonderful. It's great value for money because it's such a wonderful spice. It's so wonderfully and finely ground that it just like goes into anything so well, like into sauces, into your oatmeal, into things that you're baking, and even like if you're into cinnamon coffee, it works out as well. If you want to add some cinnamon to the tea you're drinking, that also works. If you're looking for making a spicy hot chocolate, this is also a lovely thing to add to that. And yeah, cannot recommend this more. It's definitely by far the best cinnamon powder I've cooked with and baked with before. And that's a weird thing, right? Like, because when you start cooking and baking and buying spices and things, you find your favorite, and this has replaced everything else, and I do not want to use any other cinnamon, and I really don't say that lightly. So yeah, you can also get them in cinnamon sticks for $14.99, and then there's star anise that you should definitely get because it's a wonderfully versatile spice. Yeah, it's one of my faves. I like to put it in tea. I like to put it in milky desserts like South African milk tart. And oh my gosh, look at how shiny I look in this light. Woo! Damn. I need to get better with the makeup thing. I do apologize. And then you have clove powder as well.